Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn daily energy for Friday, July 16th. And this may or may not resonate with you. Take what does, leave what does not. I thought I'd use these cards and do a reading with these. I love these cards. All right, we have the Ace of Orbs, which is the Ace of Swords. We have Divine Justice, so that is the Justice card. We have Ten of Flames, which is Ten of Wands. We have Karma. All right, and that is... I think that's the World card. Karma. That's pretty cool. What you put in is what you get back. Reflection is the Hermit. Eight of Flames, Eight of Wands. Ooh, Master of Crystals. That is the King of Pentacles. King of Cups. Six of Wands. And Seeker of Chalices. And that is the Page of Cups. All right, let's see. Reflection. So looking at things that you've done in the past, we have Wand energy. A lot of this whole line right here is flames, energies, fire, passion, movement. Six of Wands, taking control of a situation. I feel like this is more like emotional fulfillment for yourself, like emotionally getting yourself into a good place, looking back at those things that you have done in the past, and almost like that good energy, that work that you've done in the past is finally coming to fruition, is finally coming into place. All of that hard work that you've put in, I know over the last, I don't know how many years, for Capricorn, it's been really difficult. It's almost felt like an uphill battle. And a lot of the readings were just, you know, having work to do, and almost like things were frustrating because I've been looking at the readings and it's like, oh no, I don't even know if I want to listen to my reading because it's like, what's happening now? But I feel that this message is saying is that's coming to an end, that it's feeling like this. Like, I love how this card looks, like she's just free and she's floating and she's in this, you know, just letting things go and just having things flow and not having any worries. I feel like this is like a lot of blue, you know, relaxation. We've got the lotus flower here. And you know, that the Ace of Swords, where it's like this new beginning, this new emotional beginning. That's what I feel like this represents. A new emotional beginning. Clearing the mind. And I feel like that represents the mind and the emotions. Let's see. Look at this Ten of Wands, releasing those burdens, releasing all that stuff that you've packed on, okay? Page of Cups, so we've got that again, the Page of Cups, feeling emotionally fulfilled, feeling like you're emotionally in a good, releasing that baggage, okay? We have the King of Swords, and I feel like that's being mentally in a good place. So we have the Justice cards. We're feeling, where you're feeling balanced, where you're feeling like, yeah, I'm ready to get things done. I'm ready to, I'm not going to hold myself back anymore for what it is that I want. Six of Wands, okay? And so we have Six of Wands. Again, we have a lot of repeating cards here. So we have Six of Wands, and that represents feeling triumphant, feeling strong, feeling, again, and that's on the Ace of Swords, which is emotionally feeling better, emotionally feeling strong. The Sun card, okay? That's totally cool. The Sun is the most positive card in the deck, and it almost looks like this Eight of Flames, Eight of Wands, that's almost looks like the sun swirling here, okay? We've got the, between reflection and karma, we have the Seven of Swords, and that's pretty cool. It's about not holding on to those things and like looking back, reflection, looking back at those things and letting go of those things that aren't doing any good for you. Like, yes, there's been disappointment. Yes, there's been things that have gone wrong, but I feel like how this Seven of Swords is depicted is he's sort of, you know, taking what it is that he needs and leaving behind what he doesn't need. And just releasing those things. All right, we have Page of Wands, and that represents, it's almost like, I feel like the image that came to mind is that you writing these feelings down, writing this energy down, like you're feeling so good, like writing this down so that when you have a day where you're feeling off and you're feeling frustrated and you're like, ugh, and remembering this or writing this down and then looking back at those words, at that paper, when you're feeling frustrated and saying, okay, this is the energy that I want to get myself back into. Because you were all going to have those off days. But writing that down and remembering that so that you can go back to it and say, yeah, I was in that good place and I want to get back to that good place. We have the King of Cups again, okay? Letting things happen and not trying to force things to happen. Sometimes when we feel like we can control, if we feel like we can control things, and that sometimes that makes us feel better, but it's almost like you're working against yourself. And maybe just letting that go, even if it's just a little bit, and just kind of letting the universe show you where it wants you to go, looking out for those signs. I feel like this, with this here, I feel like it's almost like becoming more in touch with your intuition and your feelings and connecting with that and seeing those. I feel that there are messages all around us that are being presented to us, but we ignore a lot of them. And when you become more in tune to what is happening around you and those messages that are being brought to you, that you feel more fulfilled, and that even though it's hard to let go of that control, but it's like you're almost hurting yourself in that way, and that when you just, you know, open up to the signs that are being around you, that life becomes a little easier. And then we have the Hangman, and that's exactly what I was saying, is like looking at things from a different perspective. It doesn't mean you have to completely change everything and turn everything upside down, but it's those little adjustments that we make that can really make a big difference. It's about not holding on to those things that really aren't doing us any good. It's about letting go of that baggage that we're holding on to, because what good is that doing us? Not getting frustrated with those things. I know that that can really help a lot when you let those things go, and maybe looking at what are those things that you're holding on to and why are you holding on to them. You know, letting go. See how all the coins are falling out of his pockets, okay? And he's just letting that go, and that's okay. And I feel like that could be, those coins could represent anything. And this could have to do with a relationship. It could be with self, you know, whatever those things that you're holding on to, and having that reflection. And knowing that you have put the work in, and then you're putting more work in, so your rewards in the future will be even better. What comes back to you is even better. Because, and I feel like this represents reflection too, you know, is reflection by looking at things from a different perspective and looking back, and that things become better in the future because we're trying even harder now to make things better. If that makes sense. Am I making sense? I don't know. I hope so. All right. I like the Six of Flames, just holding on to that, you know, and saying, I can and I will. All right, let's close out with a fortune reading card. We have Moon. Pay attention to your intuition. Okay, what was I just saying? At this time, and move ahead confidently. That is exactly what I was just saying. That's what I was saying, is paying attention to those signs, to those things that are around you, to those things that are the universe that's giving you signs that you've been ignoring, or you haven't been noticing, or you haven't been aware of enough to see. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. You'll almost be surprised, because I know, you know, it's happened to me where, you know, just like in this reading where I was talking all about this, paying attention to that, and then this card comes out. And it's things around you, like it'll start to surprise you, and you'll be like, wow, that's pretty cool. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.